Hey everyone, welcome to Low Miles, No Miles, first ever podcast, week 1. So let's get into this.
All right.
My name's Dylan Mashburn, one of the creators of Low Miles, No Miles.
My name's Joe P. I just kind of hang out and help out.
I'm Anthony Loria, and I'm one of the creators.
My name's Noah Mashburn. I'm also one of the creators of Low Miles, No Miles.
All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to start by talking about just like our story, our background in the car world. Me and my brother, that's my brother at the end there, Noah. We've been around the car business since we were born. Our dad owns Mashburn Motors up here in St. Clair, Michigan, and he's been in business since 1989. So we've been around cars our whole life. You know, Dad used to take us to work with him every Saturday. You know, we've been around the car business like in every aspect of the way since we were literally born.
Yep.
And, you know, that sparked an interest in cars in me and him growing up young, and it's led to where we're at today. I got in the car business when I was pretty much like 17 years old, like right out of high school. Me and Anthony.
About 2010 or 11.
Yeah, about 2010, 2011, we started buying and selling cars, just like back doing the Craigslist thing, find them in backyards, knock on doors, expired tabs, like you want to sell your car. And that's how it started off for me and him. And it went from there. Anthony, you were working at, what were you doing?
I was washing dishes at Junction Bowie, Marysville, Michigan.
And we had bought like 2 cars to sell, and I told
I think
Anthony,
it was a
like,
Taurus.
yeah, a Taurus with like a bad transmission. And I was like, you know, hey man, we got people want to come look at the car, and Anthony just dropped what he was doing, quit his job, and we started doing that. So from that time on, we bought cars, and we started buying like nicer cars and cars with like, you know, less miles on them. And me and Noah's dad, who owned the dealership, started to, you know, kind of be like, hey, like I might want that for the lot. You know, that's a nice car.
It's kind of like we were talking about that Sport Track was one of the monumental.
Like we were out and we were driving around like trying to buy cars, and we seen this like Ford Sport Track with like flat tires, and the guy's like, yeah, it's only got 30,000 miles on it. It was like an '05, and that was probably like the first like low mileage car we bought in like 2000, probably what, like 2011 maybe?
Has to be.
You know, we were still in high school, so you know, gave it to my dad. You know, he fixed it up and sold it on the lot, and then once we graduated, we hit the ground running. Like we were searching newspapers, and
None of us were college guys, so we had to find a way to make it, and that was our end.
that was it.
I went to college for a year.
Joe, did you go to college?
I joined the military for college, never used it. I don't think I will.
So
Ryan,
one of us went to college.
Ryan is the genius here. Ryan behind the scenes
there.
went to college.
Now that's
There
a
you
talent.
go.
And that's why 4 of us are up here, and he's over there. He's the smart one of the bunch. So, so that's how we kind of broke into the business, and it was just a different time. I mean, obviously Craigslist was the source for buying, and that's where we found most of our cars. And
Without social media, there's a little less pressure.
yeah, no, those days buying cars were pretty easy. You could like drink your coffee in the morning and take some time before you left to go get it, and you could be late if you wanted to, and you didn't have to worry about 10 people, you know, behind you trying to buy it. So
Nowadays, you got about 5 minutes.
Not even.
Yeah, right.
yeah, sometimes
High speed.
nothing at all. People have already sent deposits on it, like, you know,
In seconds. It's
in
impressive
seconds.
how it
So
happens.
technology's made that tough. So I mean, that's how we got in the business. And I mean, what would you say? We kind of just morphed into like buying like all low mileage cars after a while. Like we found it to be like a niche.
That was our
like,
niche for sure. I mean, early, like we were buying what we could, but we looked for clean, low mileage stuff, and that's what like 80-90% of what we bought. Even to this day, it's what we try to buy.
A lot of sports cars, you know, a lot of like 80s, 90s, like freak low mileage stuff. And we just started to see through the years, like that was what was hot. That was what was selling. That was bringing the money. So we kind of just really gravitated towards those types of cars. And I mean, Joe knows he would hang around the.
Oh yeah,
hang around
yeah,
and
yeah. On my off time, I used to travel a lot when I was in the military, and then when I'd come home, I'd have a couple of days off, hit up these guys. I've known them for a while, since high school, but We'll have another podcast episode called "It Was Just a Feud" at first.
Hey, yeah.
Long story. I used to hate these fellas. I'm joking, but yeah, I used to come out and help out with them. It was nice, and it was just really cool. I mean, I've always been into cars as well my entire life, just anything with an engine. But it's cool coming out with these guys because it was quite the treat. Never know we're gonna go pick up. You know, someday some like rare Formula One car, or like Trans Am Formula One, or like 400 of them made. That silver car you guys got. And
You were with us for that real big buy for the 454 SS and the Camaro. Those were two pretty special cars.
yeah, those are sweet. Yeah, just being a part of that and driving in that stuff is cool. And even having the opportunity to drive these cars, which I never thought I ever would, being behind the wheel of one of those. So
It was also kind of tough, too, because up in just a few years ago, we didn't have a showroom. So we could only buy so many cars because we had nowhere to put them. We didn't want to leave them outside. So, we would pass up some deals just because we just didn't have a way to store them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we didn't have like an indoor showroom till 2019 at the dealership. Like we would always dabble in the stuff we wanted to buy, but we had some other buildings we'd have to stash them in. Like you just couldn't leave that stuff out on, out on Gratiot if anyone's familiar with that. So, yeah. So I mean, that's how we got into it, and it just like ended up being our daily job was just to drive around. We would do like Ohio, Indiana, and buy low mileage cars all around Michigan. And it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, and the internet's kind of changed, and buying kind of changed, and we kind of got into the buying out of state. So find cars all over, California, Texas, Florida, and
Savannah drove that low mileage G8 up. That was fun.
Actually, just last year, what sent you to Savannah to get how many miles on G8?
What? It was like 21,000, I thought.
They had 11,000.
11,000, that's right. Sorry.
G8 GT09, black.
Yeah, sweet car.
Black, yep.
Yeah, I mean, so we buy them everywhere, have them shipped, buy them sight unseen, and that's one thing we'll probably talk about a lot on these podcasts is just like, what it's like buying cars sight unseen and, the stories that can come with that. And we've bought, hundreds of cars that way now. I mean,
And it all happened fast within the last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
We kind of have an unwritten rule before this that we'd only drive 4.5 hours, maybe 5 if it was the right car, but rarely we had to touch it, see it, and physically transfer the money.
Yeah, and then me and Anthony our car dealership moved. We were in Mount Clemens, Michigan on Gratiot for the longest time, and the car dealership moved up here to St. Clair, Michigan, where we're stationed out of. And when they moved, it was like a 30-minute drive from shop to shop. So we were like, we're gonna stay down by the old dealerships. We got an office down there, and we opened up a company called Auto Buyers USA. It was kind of before like the whole Carvana, rage of Carvana. It was like probably 2017 we opened that, I'd say. 2018.
Auto Buyers? Well, I
yeah.
started working with you guys in 2020, but it was actually 2019.
2019.
August. It was August. It was August of 2019.
Okay. Yeah, so we were working on that in like 2018, and then Noah came on in 2019 when we opened it. But we had
at the time.
we had like it was supposed to be like a drive up buying car center, like kind of like, and we had like an online thing like Carvana where you submit your car, you get an instant offer, and so we did that for a bit, and it didn't take off like crazy, and then Carvana dropped in the scene, and that just, the amount of money they spent on marketing could have wiped out, almost any company like that.
At that time, the market was on the up, and it was just hard competing with their crazy offers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we did that for a couple years, and then...
Well, really, just that time frame was a real wild time frame in the car business with COVID and everything.
I mean,
It turned into Kelly Blue Book says my car is worth this to Carvana's offering me this.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
yeah, I mean...
Kelly's not buying your car.
That was
Carvana will buy your car, so that argument didn't last.
That was Anthony's signature line. He would tell everybody that, like, they would bring up Kelly Blue Book back in the day. He'd be like, "Is Kelly buying it? Yeah. You talked to Kelly?
Where's Kelly?
I couldn't stand when you
Kelly?
try buying a car and they say, "Well, Kelly Blue Book said it's worth this," and it was something crazy, But when the cars were low, nobody was ever arguing. Yeah, my car's only worth this. They still defend it was worth more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. So we did the Auto Buyers USA thing for a while, and we ended up just deciding, like I had some family matters I had to take care of, and it was time just to come closer to home. You know, we all grew up and live up here in the St. Clair area, so we wanted to be closer to the dealerships, a warehouse up here where we're based out of right now, and we actually did start Low Miles. We started the group in the old Auto Buyers USA office.
We were joking around, just sitting around talking about a page, and really the first couple of days we kind of made just some funny posts, and then we're like, now let's make this serious.
It was weird because, like, you know, I'm me and my brother, we look for cars all day and night, you know, and it would get to be bothersome. You spend hours and hours on the computer, and you're like, man, you know, you're looking for specific kinds of cars, and I'm like, we're really just looking for low mile, you know, niche cars, and you're not finding them. And I came in and I told Noah, I said, man, there's like, it's crazy. There's all these groups, you know, group dedicated to all these different cars, but there's no group dedicated to just low mileage cars. And Noah was like, I'll make a group right now. And I'll call it, and he said it right away. He said, I'll call it Low Miles, No Miles.
Yeah. Came up with it in a minute. The name.
Yeah,
Low Miles,
did.
No Miles.
And I was like, that's the name? Like, that's what it's going to be? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So that's how it got created.
It seems like everybody loves it. Just
you need it.
It works.
It's catchy.
You know, and everybody put the abbreviation on it. It's LMNM. I sold my car on LMNM. Have you seen that car on LMNM? It's like, you know, it became super cool. So when we started off, like, you know, I'm not going to give anyone the secret recipe to grow a group like that, but there was a secret recipe to it. And we were just really working hard at that group and sharing good content. And as time, you know, as it took off, it just got bigger and bigger. I remember, like, what did we start, like, in a month or so?
It got 10,000 members in like a week.
Oh yeah, it was like that.
It was fast.
I mean, it blew up so fast. I mean,
it was
we
really
started
fast.
to see
And it was
us.
at the point too, like a couple months in, we were going to like our parts store or just out in public, and someone just brings up the name, like, "Yeah, have you heard of this page?" And we're like, "Yeah, that's us."
Yeah, I mean, it took less than a year to hit 100,000. It was we started at like beginning of February, and by December of it was at 100,000. So
one
grew
year.
fast.
Yeah, 1 year was 100,000 members. So I mean, it's been a wild ride. I mean, it's coming up on 2 years. It'll be in a couple weeks here,
February.
and
I think it's February 3rd. I want to be correct.
Yeah,
okay,
February 3rd.
But,
so that'll be 2 years, and I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, it's just been crazy. Ryan behind the camera over there, he jumped on Instagram for us, which we should have started doing a long time ago, but me and Ryan were sitting down having some drinks and some food one night, and you know, I mean, I know his he's really good with marketing, and I was like,
going back to that, he helped us back in the Auto Buyers doing some of our website stuff.
You worked
on
the Auto Buyers site back in the day. So I was like, you know what, Ryan? I'm like, I got a job for you. You know, you want to do Instagram like on the side outside of your job? And you know, I was like, you know, get that thing up and going. And how soon was it? Like when you had 10,000 and a month or two, or 10,000 followers?
About
10,000 in December.
You started in October.
It was like December when we hit 10,000.
Okay, so
and then 20 followed it right away.
yeah,
it was like a couple weeks later.
I mean, he's at 30 now, right?
Yeah.
30?
now
Yeah.
it's clipping a
30.
good pace.
So I mean, he's doing an amazing job on there.
Multi-million views on reels.
Quite a few reels have over a million.
What was
views.
the highest view you had on a reel you made?
11,000 and some odd change.
No.
Or 11 million.
11 million.
Yeah.
11 million.
Yeah, whoa, 11,000.
Whoa.
11 million, yeah.
11 million.
Makes good content. It's
Yeah,
funny and
how
enjoyable.
many do you have over 1 million now? How many reels?
It's
gotta
10 or
be.
11.
Yeah, I was thinking 10. I'm pretty sure.
10 or 11. That's a lot. Yeah, I mean, so he's been doing
crazy.
just an amazing job, and it's
So all
been
those
fun
people
to
watching
watch.
them, give us a follow.
Yeah,
Right,
follow
yeah,
the
no doubt,
Instagram.
no
Do it
doubt.
for Ryan, and you'll see like funny content. Like he does a great
Daily.
job. So
Daily.
Doesn't hurt just to click follow. Doesn't
And-
cost you a thing.
you might see your car on there featured. Like you never know. Like so, I mean, he's doing a great job. He's got great music selection.
The music is the best thing, man.
Yeah, if you want to
That's the
hear like
best.
the great thing about Low Miles, No Miles is it's curated to a time frame of like whatever year the car is. So like, you know, these 80s, 90s, 2000s time capsules, and these cars are like new. And Ryan is making it even better because he's adding a song that is from
But
that
yeah,
era.
nostalgia type song
that
with
you
the-
would be
yeah.
listening to in that car when you bought it brand new.
And none of us are a stranger to variety. We like our variety.
Yeah. So I mean, low miles has always been. It's been a little bit of everything. I mean, it's your mom's minivan to a tractor. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, like we were just saying today, it's always that weird stuff. It always does the
And
most numbers.
And some of the weird stuff
Always.
people like argue, is that even allowed on there type thing, kind of like that tractor, but it's got a motor and it's never been used. You
Yeah,
got to
that's-
appreciate
Well,
it.
it's
We gotta
miles
give
on
it
miles.
love.
It's
Yeah.
it attracts a lot of attention. Even that Crown Vic that was in the bubble.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that-
that's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, the Bubble Vicks. I mean,
And who did that catch?
Cletus.
Yeah, it was
Cletus.
Cletus. Right.
Cletus in
yeah.
there.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like this guy, he posted a taxi cab and a Crown Vic. He bought both. They're both 07s, right? Or they 11? They're 11s.
I don't remember. They're
Yeah, the
11s,
last
yeah,
year's.
11s.
So he bought these two cars, last year model, and he, Panther platform, like one of the best vehicles ever made, and put
To
him
this
in
day,
bubbles.
cops
I
are
mean,
still using that
it's-
car,
Yeah.
just showing how strong they are.
Yeah, there you go.
So he put them in bubbles. They have like like 40 miles a piece on them or something like that. Like
One's got 15, the other one's got like 45.
Hey,
Okay.
who do you think they're
Yeah.
saving that for?
Yeah, well,
I think he just likes going outside and he makes race car noises.
or he likes playing cops.
Cops and robbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. I mean, and that post was so cool. And like when that was early on in the group,
that
and
was early on. That helped their page get
it
up
did.
there.
Yep.
I
a
mean,
lot.
Cletus got tagged so
Oh
many
my God,
times.
half
in
the
that,
comments,
in that.
thousands of comments,
He-
and the majority of them were tagging Cletus.
Everybody.
He literally
Yeah.
ended up
Cletus.
commenting.
So
on it.
why did that? Why?
Because he's
Cletus
a big,
races.
because
He loves
he
them.
does
His-
the 24-hour, like they do like a race
Oh,
around the
okay,
track.
Yeah,
right, right, right,
Cletus's
right.
channel's not to say based around Crown Vics, but his channel's big.
It
Crown
started
Vics.
because he bought what he called it's called Neighbor. He bought a Crown Vic, then he
Yeah.
ended up putting a GT500 motor in it. And
Oh.
with a
Now it's
6-speed.
got a
and-
whip
Shows
with
you what I
coyote
know.
in it.
Maybe
Yeah.
I should tune in a little better.
But-
you gotta watch more. You
right,
gotta,
right,
That-
yeah.
you gotta watch more YouTube.
Yeah.
so
for
he's
sure.
known as like the Crown Vic guy.
Yeah. So he
That's
got
cool. That's
tagged so
awesome.
many times, and literally he finally commented because he was like, "I'm done."
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
like,
everyone just
everyone's
stop.
like, can stop tagging
He's
me
like,
now.
"Stop tagging me!" Like I joined the group. I see the car. We're good. They were tagging him by his legal name.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
yeah.
it was
Full
like,
pages.
I saw the Dale Earnhardt Silverado ones as well.
oh yeah, anything, Dale.
That thing was
Yeah,
sweet.
anything
Yeah.
Dale.
Yeah.
He was getting. Yeah.
Anything
I'm surprised
Dale,
he
so.
hasn't canned our
Yeah,
group now.
Cletus, we're really sorry.
Yeah.
If you ever do see this, we're sorry that you've been tagged like 500,000 times on our group. But like those were some notable things. And then like my daughter's little neon, has been a huge hit on that group. And so our good buddy Jared Lowell, who is a moderator on the group, he Noah found the neon. It was for sale on Marketplace.
Yep.
And he messaged the guy, and at the time, my brother was like, "Giveaway car for low miles, no miles. We got to get this car. Like this would be like kind of perfect for that." And so we ended up talking to Jared that night, and he had like nothing going on. The guy only wanted cash. He was like, "You can't
He was
buy it
Yeah.
old man.
unless you got cash."
Yep.
Couldn't send pictures.
Yeah,
So we
we
only
didn't
had
even
what we
know.
had.
There was a couple pictures. I mean, you knew what
Yeah.
it was.
You
but-
knew it was new.
Yeah.
But so Jared's like, "I got some cash. I got a trailer. Like, I'll head out with my truck."
Mm-hmm.
And like, we looked, like, next thing we knew, like, he was driving. So he's headed to New Jersey. He's
Yeah.
going to get this 3,000 mile 97 neon. For anyone that doesn't know, it had 2,800 miles
Mm-hmm.
at the time. It's magenta. It's a coupe, 5-speed, no options, just base neon.
Has all the factory markings in the doors.
The car,
underneath
like,
the car.
Yeah,
It's
he
just-
gets there and he's like sending us those
Yeah.
pictures of the markings, like assembly line markings in the doors, and he's like, "This thing is brand new."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, bring it home." So he gets it here, and like we post it up that night on the group, and it just went
Yeah, it took
crazy.
off.
People
I
have
mean,
pictures of it out and about in the wild, local people, and some
Yeah.
people are saying, "Oh my God, how's a car like that
Right.
still in
Yeah.
that
Well,
condition?"
that Radwood too, right? You won a couple awards for it there.
I
yeah.
won. I took
That was
it.
fun.
Yeah, Ryan,
Was that the first official Radwood in Detroit?
It was the first year back for Radwood after COVID. So it was the first year back, and took it to Radwood, won Raddest Time Warp. But I had put BBS wheels on it and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool for what it is. And I wasn't gonna buy it.
That one night we were cruising Woodward. I mean, the Woodward Dream Cruise in Michigan, you know, happens every summer, but I was driving behind this guy and everyone just, you wouldn't even think about it. Like, it's just a neon, whatever, but head turner. Everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Everyone's yelling, nice car, whatever. And it's just like this,
just a
you got like two guys in there and a little girl in the back, and everyone's like, nice neon. It's
like the
awesome
most
story.
loved and most
Yeah.
hated car at the same
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna say
It's the
50-50.
weirdest thing ever.
I have to laugh because like me and Anthony and my brother, like we've all had cars. We've all had like, you know, Viper, Mustangs, like all that stuff. And I get more attention in a neon than I've gotten in any car I've ever owned. Like I'm at McDonald's one day in the drive-thru getting my daughter a Happy Meal, and the guy behind me like made it a point to get out of his car in the drive-thru and come. He's like, "That is the nicest neon I've ever seen." And in the same day, I'm driving past like the local skate park, and all the kids are like, "Yeah, it's a sick neon!" Like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Wow!" You know,
We've also started our business
Yeah.
with the neon. We used to drive one
Yeah.
around. We called it the Skipper.
we're the neon boys.
Your GTX, everyone's like,
Yeah.
neon,
Yeah, it's funny how
it's
it's
just like. So yeah, that car blew up. My daughter fell in love with it while I was sitting in the showroom. We were actively trying to sell it on the dealership floor, and
Everyone used to call and say,
Yeah.
"You guys are
Yeah,
nuts."
it got tore up.
Yeah, it got
tore up.
Why
It
do you
got
think you
tore
can get
up.
that much money for a neon? You know,
I
what
mean,
you're
and
selling.
we paid.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I
good
have the most money out of anybody
yeah.
in America.
Guaranteed.
Probably. Well, I don't know if you have like a built. Like
Unless you have someone
1G
do like
or
a full
something.
SRT Force
But
swap in one or something.
in just a nice base neon, I have the most money.
Arguably, it could have been one of the lowest mileage normal neon out there. I mean,
it has to be.
if
It has
somebody
to be.
has one out there, I'd love to see
Yeah,
it.
I would love
but
to see
until
it.
this
Post it in
day,
low miles, no
I
miles.
have not seen a lower. I mean, really, what's the lowest out there? Probably 10,
Oh,
15,000
shit.
miles.
Especially in magenta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
I mean,
right,
this
just for that code or spec, yeah.
it's a strange car, but you know what? It makes everybody smile or laugh or whatever, and that's what it's all about.
Or get
you
someone
know?
really pissed.
Cry, yeah.
Yeah, it could get someone very pissed off.
Yeah.
Like
Send
the
out
guy
a
that
hate message.
I do. I'm like getting death threats on a neon. Like,
That's
you know,
crazy.
like you're out of your mind. Like to have that. Like how could you do that to your daughter? Like it's like what?
The
Like,
internet, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's
he,
insane.
he said some very inappropriate things in that message.
yeah, and I'm just like, come on,
Miserable
man.
people,
Like
you
that.
know?
That's what you get though. But that's like that car's been shared around so much. Like I remember like Kyle Loftus
Yeah,
from
he
1320
shared
video has shared it like multiple times, and it's cool though. I mean, there's so many people that love that car, and my daughter smiles around it, and everyone when they find out it's hers, they smile. And like shout out to a lot of people like from the group or outside the group. Like they've sent my daughter like little neon memorabilia, like so much stuff. And
This
like
kid could start a museum with all the neon
Yeah.
stuff
yeah,
he's
I
got.
have
Insane.
so much neon
It's
stuff,
actually
and it
crazy.
makes her so happy. Like it's just we'll get like a package in the mail, and it's like something for the neon, and she's like, "Oh my god, you know who sent that, Dad? Like I love that." Like so super cool, and that's like definitely a notable car like for the group. And we've even had like I remember when we first started off, like we had those like randomly like we had like 1 week of glider semis like
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah. I think there was one or two guys that were just this wild collection. And these gliders are like truck semis that came from the factory without axles.
yeah
And they were just like ready to be built for like your business.
yeah
And this particular person or two people had like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, it had a whole collection of them. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like really nice, like heated pole barns, like just semis that are just laying there, brand new, like brand in the wrapper. Like some of them in the
Peterbilts.
wrapper.
Yeah.
like,
no, literally
like,
in the wrapper, no axles. Like right from the assembly line.
non-dealer prepped. Like
Yeah.
wrapper on the seats, like beautiful, like interiors on these, like crazy, like brown, nice stitched leather. Like these things were crazy, and it was just wild to see. And then we had a really great member, and they're very active in the group. But like some, he's got a collection of Banshees, like just Banshee
Yeah.
4-wheelers. He's got.
That took off. That was a
I
big
mean,
post.
how many think he has?
I think he said he had like.
Isn't that a female that has those?
No, him and his wife. They have the.
He has those are the ones that were in crates.
Yeah, I
though,
think
right?
he has
Yeah,
like
crates.
4 or 5
they're
of
in
them.
crates.
Maybe?
Bigger
No, I think
crates.
he's got like
There's more?
20 of them. I
20?
don't know, maybe more. I
don't
mean,
know.
Ryan, what the pictures? He's got them hanging from the rafters.
He
in
does
his
have
garage.
quite a
true.
few.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah,
ones
those
that
are
are
cool.
out of the crate, out of the wrapper.
I'm
I mean,
pretty sure he's like, if you ever heard of the Banshee channel, like this person's like competing with him with how many Banshees they got.
That guy's got a lot of Banshees
Yeah.
too. But this guy's got a lot that are brand new.
Yep.
I mean, and it's
really cool.
it's crazy to see.
I think it might actually be a woman.
Well, she's the one posting it, but like Dylan said, I think it's a couple.
I've
Yeah.
talked.
Oh, okay.
I've talked to the husband and stuff. Yeah. I mean, they're great people.
Super
And-
nice people. Like
Yeah.
they're the type of people that unfortunately get some people bashing them and crying, and
Yeah.
they just
Like-
it didn't
like
bother them, and
everyone
they
in
kept
the-
Yeah.
posting.
Everyone's a
But
critic.
hey, that's
Yeah.
what the panhandle.
Everyone's a
Yep.
critic.
Just need to drive your car.
And
Or you need to ride your 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
In this instance, and it's just. I mean, you just what no one gets is you just don't. Like, it's not
15
about
years
that.
from
It's
now,
cool.
20 years from now, 50 years from now, somebody needs to see that. So if they're ever restoring one, they want to own
Yeah.
one, they need some kind of book showing you what it's supposed to be.
When any of these people get ready to sell these, and you're all throwing out this, who you saving it for? They're saving it for you. If you're a buyer, like, and you want that brand new, you want that because you I don't care. I mean, we've like restored cars and done stuff like that. I don't care who you hire. You'll probably never get them. They'll never be new. It's never going to
No.
be how it was when it rolled off the factory line, and that's just something you won't get. So
And without a
It's-
doubt, people are restoring everything. So it's just like
Mm-hmm.
that neon, for an example. Somebody out there is restoring a neon,
yeah,
and
Mm-hmm.
they want to see stuff like those markings. And if it wasn't for that purple car, you may never know what they look like.
I mean, cars, not to say like obviously classic cars, and they made tons of certain models and stuff, and a lot of them are gone due to rust and things like that. But, they started making cars disposable, and like that neon, it's a disposable car.
That's the Econo box.
It was just drive it till it's nothing left of it and take it to the scrapyard. So, this stuff's just not out there. And I think that's why we've grown so big and it's gotten to be the way it is because people do appreciate this. And it's really brought like, it's
The time
brought
capsules.
it's just all time capsules, and it's brought people together. And the community that we've built here is like it's like no other. I mean, we have our. We're a public group, so we have our share. Your stuff's getting shared everywhere, so we have our fair share of just. There's a lot of BS on there, but we
And that's our group of moderators and admins. We try our hardest
Yeah,
to
it's
keep it clean, keep it
Stuff to
appropriate.
keep up on.
we got a lot of guys.
We
to
appreciate
take
the
care
people
of that.
reporting
Yeah, that
stuff when
always
it needs
helps
to
when
be
people report stuff.
reported. So we try. It's not that we don't try, and then we do get a lot of people saying "good job," which is always nice.
Yeah, that group has turned into like the first sales source for so many low mileage cars, and like a lot of people don't even know like how many cars that group sells. We know, we see it, we hear the feedback, we hear the stories.
Well, we're
but-
kind of talking about it today too, but there's a lot of cars that are getting sold that we don't even know
Yeah,
about.
just from
no,
It is nice to see when you sell something. We like to see it being sold or marked sold or
yeah,
give us your success story.
yeah. So we could even go into like now and talk about what we have planned for low miles. So as far as what's that, anything?
We got 5 minutes.
You got 5
before here.
minutes. Okay. Yeah. So for low miles, we're coming out with our website, which drops here in the next, we'll just say in the next month to be safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a listing site coming out. It's going to be paid listings. We're going to keep Facebook open. You're more than welcome to put your car for sale on there. Like we're not going to change any of that or anything like that. But we're breaking into the scene with a listing site, and we'll once the website's done, we'll maybe go through like a tutorial on
Like a
here.
demo walkthrough
like
every
Yeah, we
page.
could do like a demo walkthrough, on how it works and everything like that.
Post
but,
a car on there for them to see.
yeah, so we'll have like a individual seller, accounts. You'll have like a username and all that. We'll have dealer accounts. We have like monthly subscriptions for dealers. So it's going to be really exciting. And then we have our merchandise line dropping.
Which I'm sure you guys seen the 6 hats up here.
The hats. Wearing the fresh out of the wrapper hoodie here. Joe's got the Low Miles, No Miles newspaper shirt on.
Standing back.
Check that out.
Good stuff back there.
It's got a lot of
This is a lot of the harsh comments people like to post.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got some beanies coming up.
I'm wearing
here.
one of the beanies right now.
A bunch of cool stuff. You got fellas want to help me out here?
Yeah.
Let's spread them out.
Yes, this is like your OG, the OG Low Miles logo merch, with the
This one.
tire and wheel odometer there.
Kind of feels like Christmas morning, all the kids showing their presents.
Yeah. We're excited for this stuff.
Got the neon sign here.
Shout out
what I
Lou
got here.
Creative out of North Carolina. They helped us with this. They did a lot of these designs, and those guys they're awesome. It's Harris Lou and his wife Emily. They're phenomenal. So I highly recommend if you need any work like this done, graphic design work for T-shirts. They do stuff for NASCAR. They've really felt our vision here, and Harris was actually a member, and I just had happened to like reach out to him, and I noticed he was a member, and I was like, hey, you want to do some work for us on low miles? And he's like, yeah, man. So we got together, and they did a great job. So we're super excited to unveil all this stuff. It'll all be for purchase on the site. Ryan's going to be promoting it on the Instagram. So I know a lot of people have been asking about it, like for the last year or so. Like, I want a hat, I want a hoodie, I want something with low miles. So everyone's going to have their chance at some merch. So, and we're probably going to this is like our first drop. It's going to be a pre-order deal. We'll try to get the stuff out as fast as we can once it goes live. But we're going to try to stay with like Luke Creative and have them do different drops for us, over the course of the years, and just to keep it interesting and fun. And we're super excited for this. So
And our style is very clean, so everything we design, we try to keep it clean, something you can wear every day, but also ties into the group. Like it to be automotive related, as you can see, and I think it's all going to be a big hit.
We're really excited about it. So there's a lot of big things coming for this deal, and there's going to be a lot of comedy on here, right?
Yeah.
Joe's the
Try to
funny
make it
guy.
funny.
So
I'll make it funny, but I'll try to make it funny in a
In a PG manner.
I
you
guess
gotta-
so. Maybe 13.
Yeah,
I don't know.
PG. We could do
PG-13.
We'll see.
We want to get the whole family involved with this page too. It's
Right,
not going to be
right.
just adults. We want everyone to like it and enjoy it.
Yeah, and this podcast thing kind of, I don't even know where we came up with this, but we just figured like, hey, let's do something else.
Right.
Something
Pass some
different.
time,
Like
talk
you're
about
saying,
the
just
page.
for fun.
Saying too, like you want to do awards too and everything
Yeah.
weekly for.
Got a weekly award coming.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Joe's gonna handle that. That's
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, he'll be the
Got
one
you
calling
covered.
that out.
He's gonna be the award guy.
Yeah.
So if you do win the lowest mileage of the week award, you're gonna have to deal with Joe.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little treat.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get a little treat from him. So we're super excited. I mean, this is like I said, we're all like first podcast. What do we do? So I think just a good introduction into who we are and all the things we got coming up for you guys, and it's gonna be cool. So you'll see us on here. We're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about car values and like a weekend review on the group, and what's like, maybe there's some crazy post that got a lot of attention. We're going to talk about it. Joe might be spitting out facts on it. It's there's going to be a lot involved in this, and it's going to be a good listen every week, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
You might learn a thing or two.
you might.
Yeah,
for
no,
all
they
the
could-
people that are always like, that's not worth that. That's worth nothing. You're out of your mind. And then it sells.
Yeah, it always sells.
24 hours later.
Right.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
All right. We had to take a quick little. Yeah, the selling cars never stops.
Nope. Yeah.
Anthony had to walk out and sell a car. Really
Yep.
quick.
Quite literally. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Sorry.
Not even kidding.
All right.
Probably heard her come in. Hello.
Yeah, she was.
Hello.
We're like, hey. I was
Yeah,
like,
we're
what
just-
the
We're
heck?
just probably
back here.
scared because all the lights were
We're
off.
in the podcast right now.
We're in the podcast room, like in the back of
She's like
in the
grown,
back
man.
of a dealership filming a
Yeah.
podcast. We got behind Ryan is a gym. So
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a gym right behind
this
it.
is a very strange setup
pump.
here,
Yep,
but we're back, and we were talking about things you'll see on the podcast. And one thing we also want to mention is had a lot of people reach out that want to be featured on it, and we're more than welcome. Like we want to have you. So if you got some good stories to tell, you want to have some good
Introduce some
conversation
people,
with us,
talk about who they are, what they collect,
Yeah, yeah.
why they're on the page.
Yeah, there's always this question, why? And we hope that in this we can answer that for you, like why some of these cars are sitting and not being used. Like What's so funny about that?
Ryan.
What's Ryan doing?
Sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. Ryan, you can't be doing things back there like that.
All right, little hiccup.
Come on, hit him with something.
Continue.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to be on this, I already got a few people written down that have reached out, and we'd love to have you. I mean, it gives us something to talk about and might answer some questions for all the people. What are you doing, Joe? Joe, what?
I'm just saying.
I guess this is going to be Joe's comment.
I'm not even doing anything.
I didn't see anything.
And that offer is going to be opened up to dealers and collectors, so you don't have to necessarily be selling something to be on the podcast.
Yeah, you don't have to be anyone famous. You
No.
don't have to be like we just want to feature you on here. If you got stuff to talk
Have
about,
some
Hey,
good stories.
yeah.
man.
Hey, Jay
That's it.
Leno, come on out.
Yeah, if Jay
It's a
wants
show.
to come talk, that's cool.
anyone's welcome.
You're coming out on your own expense,
So-
brother. I can't pay for that.
But yeah, so we're excited for that, and I mean, we want to talk to you. So if you want to be on, shoot any one of us a message, and we'll figure it out. So, we also want to talk about if someone by the name of Mike reaches out to you, don't be alarmed.
Michael Liskowski.
That is that's been our moderator on the group since day one.
Yeah, day one.
So me and Mike go way back, kinda. I sold my '08 Dodge Viper to a guy in Royal Oak, Michigan, and then he turned around and sold it right away for a lot more than I sold it to him for. And Mike was the sucker that bought it. Sorry, Mike. And he ended up keeping the car for a few years, but when he first got the car, he posted on the Viper page, I got this car, and I'm like, that's my old car. So I reached out and I was like, hey man, I got a bunch of stock parts for that car. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna come see you. And his house was right down the street from our office. So that was
And to
cool.
this day, he denies it. But I was out to dinner one night, and I seen it driving by. When I told Dylan that, he's like, there's no way it's on this side of town. And I'm like, there can't be another VVO Viper rolling around.
Yeah, and it was Mike, and I actually lived right down the street from him too, crazy enough. And so we kind of hit it off, and when we started low miles, he would be on the group just like telling people like, hey, you need a location, or hey, like you can't post without a price, and I'm like, do you just want to jump on here and like be the first moderator? And he's like, yeah, I'd be honored. So
He spends a lot of time on there. He helps us out dramatically.
I mean, we have such a good team. Like, I mean, our team on there, like, shout out Keegan. He's like security. Do not screw around. Keegan will kick you out of the group.
Yeah, he'll get banned pretty quick.
You're getting banned. So if you do get banned, more than likely,
it was probably him.
Keegan. We're the nice guy. We're like, a lot of us are like the nice cops here. No, Keegan would approve of this. He would love me to say this right now because he messages me all the time. Like, you're not going to ban that guy? You're not going to handle that? And I'm like, I'm trying to be like I'll just talk to the guy about it. And he's like, no, so don't screw around.
Gotta have
on
standards.
Keegan. And yeah, I mean, Joe said it
Yeah.
best. He's like, you need to hold the
You
standards.
are nothing unless you stand behind your word. So
Yeah. So
God, that was deep.
Yeah, I mean, we all
that's
do.
what Keegan lives his life
That
by.
was deep, man.
We might have a little leniency.
we got, Eric on there, Eric V. I mean, another
time
guy
supporter.
with an amazing car collection himself. He'll be on here for sure. We might even go see his collection in person. That might be something we might get into down the road too. And Eric's a great guy. Joe Ronaldo on there. He's great. All these guys have really helped us out a ton. They're on there. They're approving your posts fast. They're banning people that are starting unnecessary drama. They're just making sure everything goes smooth, So shout out to all those guys for helping us out.
We do not tolerate any fighting in the comments. Those people get banned right away. Any harsh words, anything like that, just you're getting banned right off the rip.
You sound soft, Anthony. You're sounding real soft right now. No, we don't.
But on a real note, like, I mean, there's people,
Yeah, some people say some pretty
yeah,
I mean, pretty shitty, bad thing
There's some people who just shouldn't.
Yeah,
shouldn't
I mean,
be on, they shouldn't even be allowed
for,
on
using-
Facebook.
for a car page. It's insane.
A lot of
Yeah.
keyboard warriors that
No,
probably
I mean,
just dream
just-
about owning half these cars.
Just stuff that isn't appropriate in any kind of
Yeah, no matter
public,
what.
racial slur stereotypes. Like, come on, like,
Yeah.
you don't need any of that. And then
don't
just dogging
tolerate
someone
it.
on their stuff.
Yeah, why are you dogging people? Why are you dogging people on their stuff?
Everyone says they love cars until they see someone they don't like.
Yeah.
So, so we take that stuff seriously here, and most members that have been around for a long time, they know that. So, so thank you to
Mike
those
right there.
guys. Yeah,
What do we
Yeah,
get?
7 minutes ago. Please
Yeah.
enter location. TY.
Enter it.
Yeah.
He's a big
I-
TY guy.
Location.
Doesn't spell out. Thank you.
Ban 'em. Just show 'em.
Speaking of abbreviations, a lot of people ask what GLWS means.
Good luck with sale.
Yeah, come on.
Multiple
Good
people.
luck.
Hey,
I
listen,
see
we
that
got some older
9 out of
folk.
10 times.
I'm not typing.
We got some
that all
older
out.
folk.
I
on
see
here.
that. I see a lot
a
of
lot.
people.
Good luck
dropping
with
that,
sale.
asking what it is.
Yeah. Good
People
luck with
message
sale.
me like, "What does that mean?"
Nah, I'm not.
Wait, well,
nothing against the older crowd, but that's
Hey,
just
but
the older
this
crowd.
is
That's-
that
well,
shows
even
the
that,
range. It shows the.
It's not
the
even
range.
an age.
Yeah.
It's more so if you're part of like for sale groups. Like that's really not used outside
Yeah,
of that.
I'm not gonna lie. Like 2 years ago, I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old, so.
So there's gonna be a lot of lingo that we're gonna talk about.
But there is a
too.
wide variety of folks that are on this page at a huge gap of age. There's some older folks on here
Our
too.
demographics,
Yeah.
like 20 to like, what was it, Ryan? It's like 20 years old to, or like 18 years
No,
old.
it's
to,
well, the biggest, it's 20, basically, really. Well, the biggest group's 24 to 35, but it's pretty much 24 all the way to like 65 plus is like
Yeah.
the majority.
Right.
yeah.
There are some like 18.
Hey, it's the older guys that got the
21,
nice
20.
classics,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So
you need
I
them
have no
guys.
problem telling them what good look with sale or whatever, Like,
A lot of these guys play
Yeah.
their cards right in life, and you might ask, why aren't they driving that? They got like three other ones. That's why they're not
Right,
driving.
right.
It.
Yeah.
Because he's got one Viper that's in the wrapper, and he's got 2 other ones that he drives every day, all over
Yeah.
the place. It's just how it goes sometimes. So we're gonna get into a lot of that on here, and everyone's gonna learn something from this. I think so. Yeah, we're excited about it, and please put location in your post. If you're selling something, we
Yeah.
need a look. We
Oh,
need
and a price too.
price and
and a
location.
price.
It's crazy how many people don't
Yeah.
put a price.
They get so mad, when you decline their posts, and it's like it's in the rules.
We're not a fan of what it's worth posts. We've been letting it slide lately.
Yeah, we let them go.
But when we first started, absolutely not.
Yeah, Keegan, he's hard on those.
Yeah.
He don't
Yeah, I
like
mean, I
when
could
when
It brings in a lot of fights.
that brings in the
You get the people who think they're being funny and say it's worth nothing. You get somebody that says it's worth a fortune.
Yeah.
And then you get the people that are honest that give you a
It's-
true value, but you just don't know what's true because everyone's everywhere.
it's fishing. Sometimes it's just fishing.
It is.
For
They
someone
know
to say
exactly what
something
it's worth, but they
crazy,
want to
and
kind
They're
of.
hoping somebody
Yeah.
slides in their DMs and say, hey, let me just buy it. And they make a deal.
Unfortunately, we can't control it all. We try, but some stuff slips through the cracks, and it's just no location, price. You got to have it. That's.
Should we just get into the rules?
I mean,
Since
there
we're
is,
talking
yeah,
about
right.
this.
the rules.
Yeah, like criteria. What
Joe,
do
you want to read off some rules?
No, I don't want to read off the rules, but like
Here, I can get my phone out.
just everything,
There's
what,
rules.
how old it needs to be, how many miles
Oh,
it's
that
allowed.
Yeah.
don't be posting your brand new Corvette.
We do get a lot of people that message too. Why did my post get deleted, or how come you're not approving
So-
it? And it's just simple as the rules.
Here, so obviously every Facebook group has this. Be kind and courteous to all members. No bullying or hate speech.
This is common courtesy.
Yeah, no promotions or spam. We get a lot of like bots. That
Don't
we
want to
have
listen to your
get rid
cousin's
of.
mixtape. Don't put that on there. I don't.
The mileage rule is 1,500 miles a year. A lot of people listen.
This
we
gets
have
mixed
to
up.
we
Yes.
have to set a standard in the group for miles. Do some things. We even put in there like if it's SUV,
Yeah, trucks and SUVs.
truck,
It's,
a diesel. We're gonna bend these rules a little bit. It's mainly set for like the
And
sports cars.
normally the
like-
ones that get through the crack are someone with a really good post, really good pictures, really
Yeah.
clean.
yeah, it's something that's just really,
those
really
those
clean, yeah.
people we let post just because they took their time and they
Yeah.
post something really cool for us to see.
and it can happen. We let quite a bit of stuff slide. We do like to give everybody a chance, to enjoy the group, and
Well,
I mean, 'cause
everyone
that's what
loves
it's
the
all
page
about.
and they want to be
So,
a part of it.
People get all mad and whatnot, and it's like we might have approved your post. Maybe you had one picture and like barely any like description, and it's like that's why. Like put more, and maybe you'll get approved. You know, I mean, but we had to set some kind of a rule standard here. I mean, that's just how it has to be. Again, for sale posts, we give the little breakdown. You know, make sure it meets mileage criteria.
Also, I mean, Dylan's gonna say this, but like marketplace ads, like we're not gonna just
Yeah.
approve links.
I have like wanted posts and search of posts. We do not approve them. There would be a million random posts for that.
Right.
It wanted Wednesday.
Yeah, so
I do it
willing to buy or
almost
whatever
every Wednesday. I do forget sometimes.
And then for sale Friday.
Yeah.
Yep, for sale Friday. Get on there, be a part of For Sale Fridays. It's a comment thread. Super cool. Get a lot of good stuff in there. I mean, there's a lot of great deals to be had on that.
Yeah, there is.
I normally
Really
do
is.
them at night, so it's like For Sale Friday at night, Wanted Wednesdays at night.
And they usually generate 200 plus comments.
They always do really well.
They do good. So, you know, getting that, this is one Keegan's going to be really happy for me to say. Stop asking everyone if their vehicle's for sale. That's
No one likes to be
annoying.
pestered.
If you're posting your car that your grandpa passed down to you or something like that, and it's your pride and joy, he doesn't want to get 1,000 messages about can I buy it? Can it be for sale? I mean, we get it. You know, like we're in the car business. Sure, you might want to buy it, but you know, just give somebody that respect and decency. You know, so if it's not for sale, don't pester.
We've
them
had a
because
lot
we
of
won't
nice
see that
stuff get deleted because the person kept getting pestered with those.
Oh,
comments.
yeah, we've had people leave the group because they just kept getting annoyed and pestered, and it's a shame because they had some really cool cars.
Yeah, we had one guy. He had a post. He was like, he had like 20 low mileage cars, like in a barn warehouse, like so much cool stuff from the 90s. And he deleted the post because he was just getting bombarded with messages if he'd sell all of them or any of them. I believe me, guys, we get it, but that's just one thing. Like, can we lay low?
And
on
this
that
ain't
a
for
little
us.
bit,
This is just
you
for
know?
everybody.
I mean, I can't
We wanna
control
keep
what
them
you do
comfortable.
behind the scenes, but just if we see you like, is it for sale? Can it be bought? Like, you know, pestering. I'm like, we're probably going to remove your comments. So, you know, just keep that in mind. And then, like Anthony touched on, marketplace shares, they just look tacky. Like this is low miles, no miles. It's kind of an exclusive thing. I don't want your shared marketplace posts. So just take the time, post it here like the right way. And, you know, that's what it's all about. We're, you know, like we tried to be somewhat strict on for sale posts and like how they're done just because like
It kind of goes back with the bring a trailer stuff. Like we will approve bring a trailer links, but it's got to be the right car.
yeah, I mean, we'll approve links for like your dealership and stuff, but like, you know, I mean, add some description in there. I will say this, like if you post like just a standardized like listing to low miles, no miles with pictures and a description and not sharing a link, you will get more traffic on it. You will get more comments, more likes. I don't know why. I don't know if Facebook censors the link, but it doesn't do as well. Not many people see it. We've noticed it time and time again. So if you have a bring a trailer auction, I would suggest post just pictures. Toss the link in the comments or something, you know, because you will get more traction on that post.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
It just looks more professional and clean.
Yeah, the last rule, the last rule is the vehicle year rule. We got it set right now at 3 years or older to post. Why we have this? I don't know. When we started the group, there was like brand new GT500s that were like fresh off the showroom floor with
We
5
need like
miles
random
or,
generic cars,
you know, or
like brand
anything.
new,
Like it's just that's not what this group's about.
No.
You know, I think 3 years is more than fair.
You'd
Sometimes
have
we
a
let
million
some
and
stuff
two
go,
posts,
but
and it'd be hard to see the true stuff.
it's about cars that should have miles on them or within what's a national average for miles these days?
It used to be
Isn't
10 or
it
15,000.
12,000?
I think it's
Yeah,
12,000.
12,000 per
Is it
year.
12,000?
I think so.
Roughly.
Could be wrong.
Look it up. Let's see.
Could be 15,000, but
People are probably
What's the
wondering why we're
national
just
average?
staring off.
I think because
We
I know
do have a
Carfax
TV,
it
so
says
whenever
all the
you
time, I
see
think
us
it says
staring off,
12.
we're looking
Yeah.
at our TV.
There's a TV right there. So
1,200
What do you got?
miles.
yeah, what do we got?
That's monthly.
Oh, a month.
So
yearly.
14,000.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So, well,
Really?
yeah.
That's the American average.
So what we are allowing to make it a low miles, no miles car is 1,500 per year. the average is saying people do 1,200 in a month. So that just shows you how special these cars are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, and a lot of people, they still get mad about this. They're like, oh, a 2000 car with 50,000 miles, that's not low. It's, again, this is where we have to let everybody, have a shot at being a part of this group. We're not like running some dictatorship over here. It's just, if that's low miles. I mean, it is a
Especially if
2000
it's a truck
car.
or an SUV.
Yeah,
from that's low.
It's extremely low miles, and for the year, given what the average is.
right.
So it does fall. If you don't like it, just move along.
Yeah, you'll find something that fits your.
yeah, you'll definitely find something.
And that is
fits
what
you like.
everybody loves about
Right.
LMNM is it's just it has a little bit for everything. I don't like everything that gets posted.
No.
But
Doesn't mean that your
Yeah.
car that it's 2 years old doesn't have any value or special to it. But just
Keep
give it
scrolling.
one more year and don't drive it for that.
Keep scrolling.
Yeah,
I
just
bet
keep
you the
it-
next post you'll like.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So I mean that's the rules. I think we've covered some good ground in this
Yeah, I would say
video.
so.
And obviously, as the weeks go on and we get more in depth into stuff, you'll hear a lot more from us and learn a lot more. And
Talk some trash.
yeah,
Also,
I'll be
we
talking-
can
I'll be
hear in
talking
the
trash to
comments,
you.
like how long of a video do you guys want to see?
Yeah,
you
I'd
want
be
to see
curious.
short
Yeah.
15-minute
Short,
videos,
quick
30-minute?
or long.
Yeah, how long do you want them to be? Like this is what 45 minutes, Ryan? About. Yeah, so I mean, we could,
It's easy to
yeah,
talk, but
we
I
want
don't know what you guys want to see.
You could talk your ear off.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, but
I mean, the big thing is to see what you guys want. We want to make everybody happy, and also we don't want to do it just for ourselves. We want you guys to like it and watch it.
yeah, if there's anything you want us to talk about, drop it, in the comments to this video. Like,
Right,
what
yeah.
else should they cover? So,
Yeah.
we're excited for it, guys, and we just want to thank everybody that's helped us get to this point, and our members. I mean, I've made so many friends, through this, and so many people I know now today, that I didn't know before, and great people in the car business, just great people in general, car guys. Like it's been great. I mean, it's been fun for all of us. This has been a true blessing, and we're excited to roll out, just more low mile, no mile, content avenues to see these cars, to share these cars, sell them, promote this merch, and bring all the knowledge in the world to the LMNM community. So
It's been a long time coming.
it has been.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
We've all been dreaming about this for years.
Yeah.
Even before the name and the page ever came
Yeah,
about,
really.
we've all lived and breathed unique low mile stuff. So it's just, it's home. It hits home.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, there's guys that do it way bigger than us and have bought way more, low
For
mileage
sure.
cars than
For
us.
sure.
But I mean, we've definitely done our fair share, and we love to provide this community to everyone. So
Share those motorcycles too, please.
Joe's motorcycle.
Low
There
mileage
you go.
motorcycles.
Yeah.
I mean, I
There
love
you
it.
go.
Please, just do it.
Yeah. the
be
bikes are
great.
cool. Like
You
can,
got
Yeah,
knuckleheads,
they're-
panhead
yeah.
Sometimes we get them.
post it.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Post
We've
it.
I wanna
bought
see that
a lot
stuff.
of cars off people that had motorcycle collections in their front room, their basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you guys
Don't
are
be shy.
out there.
Yeah,
Get your
you know
Honda
you're
out
out
there.
They're sitting.
If you got a clean 71 CB 750, I'm interested. Post it.
Yeah. I mean,
Remember
it's
when we
for
bought
anything.
that Hummer, the guy had that chopper in his front room in Chesterfield over there.
Yeah.
I was just about to say,
Yeah,
It's-
that was
it's,
a pretty wild. You
I
go
mean,
inside to
yeah,
do the
yeah,
paperwork, and he just has a chopper chilling there. Like, what's
I
this
mean,
all
it's-
about?
It's cold in Michigan right now. It's
Very
freezing.
cold.
So I mean, if you got a snowmobile, we've even seen snowmobiles.
Yeah, that's
you got
really
a snowmobile
cool.
with like no hours, no miles, whatever. I mean, we've seen boats, we've seen jet skis.
Yeah.
I don't care.
just-
Anything.
yeah.
We just had the GoPed. The
Yep.
GoPed. The GoPed
Yeah.
was, I mean,
And that
Ryan
was
made
another
a
one
sick
that
reel for
sparked
it.
up the Why Is This On Here page. Really, anything with a motor and wheels, if it hasn't been driven
We
or
appreciate
is next to
everything,
it, we're going to
Planes.
appreciate it.
And it goes with
Planes
the
also.
See
whole,
some planes,
Hey,
man.
planes.
Planes.
Yeah.
What was the movie?
Okay.
Automotive or airplanes or what's that movie?
What, you want trains too?
Oh, yeah, let's
Planes,
get some trains.
and
Planes,
automobiles.
trains, and automobiles with
what-
John
hey,
Candy.
That's us.
Love
That's
that.
us.
Love that. But
You think trains go by miles or
Planes?
hours?
It just goes.
I don't-
It just goes to show that we appreciate a little bit of everything, you
Yeah.
know. And there's always a person. It's like, wait, things are getting loose around here. Why are you letting us
Yeah.
in, dude? It's one post. Honestly, you'll probably see this maybe once.
Hey,
And that one person or two
come on.
people that hate on it, there's probably 6 other people loving it.
Love
Yeah.
I love the comment to like
Yeah.
something like that. Like a lot of people are like, You must be real fun at parties. It's like, why, if everyone's liking it, why you got to put your little?
Well,
two
it was
cents
crazy
in?
because
Yeah.
we had that tractor that gentleman posted and got so much attention, and like right under it was this
Yeah, that-
mint like classic car, and like the like ratio was just a little off, but. it
Hey,
was a
well,
sweet
what about
venue.
this? All the
Sweet.
people trying to value a tractor. But
Yeah.
you guys, everyone,
Yeah,
they
everyone
just
said-
no tractor values. People are like, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, everyone was
that's
saying that.
insane.
Everyone was
Which
saying
I don't
that
even
was
know
a
if we talked
steal.
about it, but
Well,
the
then there was
internet
people saying
appraisers-
that too.
We don't
internet
go for
appraisers,
that.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Well,
I mean,
you
hey,
know.
you know what? That's where we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of some of this stuff. Like if there's something posted and everyone's like, oh, it's not worth that. It's not worth that. I guess we're gonna have to bring up comps.
Yeah, I would like to
prove
do that. Pretty fun.
And some of the members will like that. That are unaware, or even some that are aware. Like, hey, at least we're kind of helping you out, making sure that we're putting the facts behind it. So.
And we want to give
we're
out
gonna do.
real facts.
Yeah, segment. Is
Nothing
your
made
car
up.
overpriced?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. You're going to hear some cool stories from us. And we bought a lot of cars. We've had a lot of interesting endeavors on the road. And we bought some neat stuff. And, I mean, there's going to be a lot shared here. So we're really excited to get into that. So,
That's us.
all right, guys.
Cool.
Well, that's a wrap for week
us.
1. So come back and see us next week.
See ya.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Later.
Shit. Got your ass.